Hello, so in this video, we're going to solve this 2 arithmetic sequence problem. And to start, we're going to review first the formula that is given, which is this one. So, we have the formula a sub n equals a sub 1 plus open parenthesis n minus 1 close parenthesis times d, where our a sub n is the nth term or the term we're going to find, and then a sub 1 is the first term of the sequence, and then n is the position that we're going, or the position of the term we want to find, or the position of the term, and then d is what we call the common difference. Okay, so this is our formula, and I think now that we discuss our formula, we're ready to solve. So let's start. Start with number 1, or problem 1. And we can just move this over the bottom. Okay. That's good. Now, for this problem, let's read the problem first. Find the 25th term of the arithmetic sequence 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, dot, dot, dot. And the 3 dots is what we call an ellipsis. And an ellipsis tells us the sequence continues in the same pattern forever. Now, the question is asking, what is the value of the 25th term in the list? So, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to identify what we already know. So, we have the formula, right? So, we have a sub 1 which is the first term of the sequence, and that is 3. And then n is again the position we want, which is 25, or we want the 25th term. And then letter D is the common difference. Now we're going to find the common difference by subtracting any 2 consecutive terms. So we can have D equals 7 minus 3, that is equals to 4. Or we can also check with 11 minus 7, that is also 4. Or we can have 15, we can have 19 minus 15, which is also 4. So that confirms that our common difference is 4. Now, we can simply plug these values into our formula. So, we have, let's write the formula again. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So we have 3 plus open parenthesis n is 25 minus 1 times the common difference 4. Simplifying that, we have 3 plus 24, 25 minus 1 is 24 times 4, and then 3 plus 24 times 24 is that is 96. And then 3 plus 96 is 99. Therefore, the 25th term is 99. That's the answer. Now, let's move on to the second problem. Let's read the second problem. The second term of an arithmetic sequence is 24 and the fifth term is 3. Find the first term and the common difference. So, the number in position 2 of the sequence has a value of 24. So let's write it down. That's A2 or A sub 2 is 24. And the number in position of 5 of the sequence has a value of 3. So that is A sub 5. That is 3. And the question asks us to find the first term and the common difference. Let's just write it CD or D. So that's what we're going to find. Since we have two unknowns, we have A and D, we're going to set up two equations using the n term formula. Equation 1. Using the second term, we have n equals to and A sub n is equals to 24. And that is A sub 2 equals A sub 1, 2 minus 1 times D. So we substitute this value. So we have A sub 2, our A sub 2, which is already given, is 24. And then we don't have our A sub 1. So let's just write that down. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So we are left with G. This is our equation 1. Now let's write our equation 2. Given that our n is 5 and our A sub n is equals to 3. This is also for this one, equation 2. So let's write it down. We have A sub 5 equals A sub 1 plus 5 minus 1 times D. So our A of 5 or A sub 5 is 3. And then we don't have our A sub 1 yet. Plus 5 minus 1 is 4. So we have 4D. And this is now our equation 2. What we're going to do is we're going to subtract the equations. We're going to solve the system by subtracting the equation. So we have equation 2, that is 3 equals A sub 1 plus 4D, and then minus 24 equals A sub 1 plus D. We have negative 21, and then we have 3D. 3 minus 24 equals negative 21. And then A1 minus A1 cancels out. So that is equals to 0. And then 4D minus D equals 3D. Now we are going to find D. We have negative 21 equals D. So D is equals to negative 21 divided by 3, and then that is D equals to -7, since we're going to, if we want to cancel the 3 beside the D, so this is why we are going, the 3 is in the bottom, which is 21 divided by 3, so we have -7, so D equals -21 divided by 3, and then we get the D equals -7. Therefore, the common difference is 7, and this means that the sequence is decreasing, and we subtract each time with 7. So to find A1, or A sub 1, we're going to substitute back into the equation. So we have equation 1, which is 24 equals A sub 1 plus D. So if we substitute that with our common difference that we found, which is -7, we have A sub 1 plus -7. So this will be 24 equals A1 minus 7, and to get A sub 1, we're going to transfer A sub 1 here, and then 24, and then we will have plus 7, so 7 is transferred here to isolate A1. So when we transfer our 7, it becomes positive, so A1 equals 24 plus 7. Therefore, A1 is 31. And therefore, our answer is that our first term is 31, and then our common difference is -7. We can verify our answer by going back to our sequence. Our A2 is 24, right? So we have A1, which is 31. So 31 minus 7, that is -7, that is 24. If we minus 24 again with 7, we have 17. And then if we minus again 17 with 7, we have 10. And then 10 minus 7, we have 3. And then as we can go back to this one, we're given that our fifth term is 3. Therefore, this is A5, this is A2. Therefore, our answer, which is the first term, is 31, and D, which is a common difference, is 7, is correct. And I think that's it. So let's recap what we did. In problem 1, we identified A sub 1, N, and D from the sequence. We plugged them into the formula, and then we got the 25th term, which is 99. In problem 2, we wrote 2 equations from the given terms and then subtracted them to eliminate, and then to eliminate A1, we solved for D, which we got is -7, and then we solve for A sub 1 or A1, we got 31. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helps you, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more math tutorials. See you in the next one.